Officially called Lamborghini Huracan rear-wheel drive Spider, this car has the same 580 horsepower V10 as the hardtop version, but in a slightly heavier package thanks to the reinforcement required when ripping the top off a thing, plus the mechanicals associated with the power-operated soft top. At 3,300 pounds, it is about 70 pounds lighter than the all-wheel driver flavor of the Huracan Spider, and with most of that weight coming off the nose, it now rolls with a 40/60 front/rear weight distribution. That lighter nose should make for more nimble handling, but the lack of AWD does hinder acceleration. The sprint to 62 takes 3.6 seconds, 2/10 slower than the AWD car and 1/10 slower than the coupe. Still, with an extra aggressive new nose and the extra joy of driving RWD supercar, I don't even think you'll notice. It took 6 years of Gallardo sales before Lamborghini pulled the trigger on a rear-drive model. In the case of the Gallardo's replacement, the Huracan, the company isn't wasting any time, and just a year after the entry-level supercars release it is debuting the Huracan LP 580-2. The rear-drive Huracan follows the same recipe that directed the Balboni. The front diff and its attendant hardware is removed, as is 73 pounds of curb weight, and total output is reduced slightly, from 602 horsepower to 572. Peak torque falls to 398 lb-ft from 413. To compensate for the reduced weight on the front end, the nose has been redesigned with additional downforce, while the spring rates also have been fiddled and futzed with to best exploit the car's newfound 40/60 weight distribution. The Centenario Coupe flew attendees at the 2016 Geneva Auto Show. The model was created to celebrate the company's founder, Ferruccio Lamborghini 100th birthday if he was still alive. The automaker is following up the coupe with a roadster version, as we all expected following the automaker's announcement in Geneva that only 40 units of the Centenario would be built, split into 20 coupes and 20 roadsters. The 2017 Lamborghini Centenario Roadster was introduced at the Monterey Car Week. The Centenario is a good response from Lamborghini in the design sector after Koenigsegg and Pagani had overtaken this exclusive segment by storm in recent past. Like the coupe, the Centenario Roadster is powered by a naturally aspirated V12 power plant. The 6.5-liter monster pumps out 759 horses. The engine mates to a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission system that drives the rear wheels. Despite the model weighing 110 pounds heavier than the coupe, it still manages to make a 0 to 60 miles per hour run in 2.9 seconds, just a tenth of a second slower than its coupe sister. The Roadster can achieve a top speed of 217 miles per hour. The Spider uses the exact same 602 HP 5.2-liter V10 as the coupe, the same 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, and the very same all-wheel drive system. The only changes to the V10's formula are the addition of stop-start and cylinder deactivation, the latter of which shuts down one of the Huracan cylinder banks entirely, leaving the engine to run as an inline 5. These fuel-saving bits are also being added to the coupe for 2016. That bodes well for the Huracan's dynamics, which we found pleasant and sharp in our road test of an LP 610-4 coupe. That car weighed 3,423 pounds and hit 60 miles per hour in a zippy 2.5 seconds quicker than Lamborghini's more powerful 12-cylinder Aventador. The Centenario is a showcase of Lamborghini talent, from engineers and craftsmen to designers. As with the Veneno, the Centenario builds on Lamborghini's mid-engine V12 architecture that underpins the Aventador, juicing it up with Lamborghini's most powerful V12 engine and wrapping it all in a shape that's tough to describe in words. Like the body, the central structural tub also is completely composed of carbon fiber, helping keep dry weight down to a claimed 3,351 pounds. Powering the Centenario is Lamborghini's naturally aspirated V12, bumped up to 759 horsepower, 19 more than the Aventador Superveloce, thus making it the most powerful production engine ever built by Lamborghini. The red line has also been raised by 100 RPM, to 8,600. Lamborghini expects that the Centenario will be able to hit 62 miles per hour in 2.8 seconds, keep the throttle buried, and you could see 186 miles per hour in just 23.5 seconds. For as unsurprising as it was to see Lamborghini debut the all-new Aventador Superveloce Roadster on the immaculate green lawns of the Quail Lodge at Pebble Beach weekend, one aspect of the car did spark some surprise. This is the first topless Superveloce model the company has ever produced, and Lamborghini has been building Superveloces for a while. But back to the Superveloce Roadster's blasé, predictable spec sheet. It's gifted with the same 740 HP V12 engine, wild aerodynamic body addenda, and lightweight diet as the Superveloce coupe. Prepare to be bored further by the SV's 217 plus mph top speed and its claimed ability to hit 60 miles per hour in less than 2.9 seconds. The SV's meteor performance compared to sleepy Aventador Roadsters also comes by way of losing 110 pounds. Mueller was leading a $1.5 million pack of Lamborghini Aventador LP 750-4 Superveloce supercars, and driving the standard Aventador himself. Forget that the SV has added nearly 50 horsepower and dropped around 110 pounds versus the base model, those are just numbers. The SV makes a hack like me as quick as Lamborghini's top trainer, for at least one glorious corner. This is a special car. It's hard to describe Lamborghini's 6.5-liter V12 masterpiece without using indulgent language. But it's the reworking of this massive engine that starts to explain my turn 3 pace. The engine drives an impressive set of output and performance figures: 740 horsepower, 509 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 62 miles per hour in a scorching 2.8 seconds, and a top speed in excess of 217 miles per hour. The 2015 Huracan might pack a more steady-handed driving experience, but it follows a performance format identical to the Gallardo's. There's still a mid-mounted 5.2-liter V10 driving all four wheels. An evolution comes by way of a bump in power to 601 horses and 413 lb-ft of torque. Big jumps over the Gallardo's 552 ponies and 398 lb-ft, putting it in the same atmosphere as the larger V12 powered Aventador. Down the road, rear-drive versions will be offered, as they were on the Gallardo. A new 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission takes the place of the Gallardo's finicky single-clutch automatic. To the dismay of us and the 5 or so people who bought Gallardos thus equipped, a manual transmission won't be available in the Huracan. Under the Veneno's hood, Lamborghini installed the same 6.5-liter V12 engine found in the Aventador, but with the output increased to 750 horsepower. Combined with a total weight of just 3,278 pounds, this results in a power-to-weight ratio of just 4.38 pounds/horsepower. This fantastic power-to-weight ratio allows the new Veneno Roadster to sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds and up to a top speed of 221 miles per hour. The engine is mated to an ISR transmission with 5 modes, and it will sense power to all 4 wheels via a permanent all-wheel drive system. The model is also equipped with a racing chassis with pushrod suspension and horizontal spring and damper units. The street-legal Squadra Corse shares key components with the Super Trofeo, both of which are based on the Gallardo Superleggera, including the 570 horsepower V10, carbon fiber rear wing and removable engine hood made in the same material. The rear wing produces up to 3 times more downforce than what's found on the LP 560-4. Through the generous use of weight-saving materials and components, the Squadra Corse weighs in at 2,954 pounds, which is 154 pounds lighter than the LP 560-4. To stop all of that mass, standard production carbon ceramic brakes are used. Courtesy of the weight savings, the Squadra Corse has impressive performance. Hitting 60 miles per hour takes just 3.4 seconds, but even more impressive is its run to 124 miles per hour in 10.4 seconds. The race car for the street tops out at a slightly hilarious 199 miles per hour.